All right, sorry guys. I actually tried to upload this chat via the computer, and for whatever reason, I am not able to do so. I guess because I loaded this up on my cell phone, I'm going to have to talk to you guys via the cell phone. So that sucks because I wanted a much larger screen to look at. And once you guys start typing to me on the cell phone, it's going to be really hard for me to read. All right. So, you guys know already that I do not do live shows often. In fact, live shows are about the one thing that I do as sporadically as anything else. But once I start getting some folks entering the stream, I'm going to ask you guys if once I rotate this this camera, if it's going to give you a full image or if you guys are going to see me lopsided. So basically, yesterday's video was a 47-minute live stream, and there was a lot of good information, a lot of commentary that I put in there, a lot of topics that I hit on. And what sucks, I don't know if it was internet connection or what have you, but 47 minutes of work, of good commentary, and only 11 minutes of that stuff actually posted. So I'm ticked off about that, clearly. And, that happens to me constantly, right? You kind of, film an episode on your computer. You film a 30-minute episode, 45-minute episode, and the file is corrupted, and that 45-minute episode didn't save properly. And you got to go back downstairs and you got to film that 45-minute episode all over again. And you never say you're never gonna say in the second time around what you said the first time around, right? And you try your damnedest to recap what was said the first time, and you try to say verbatim what you said the first time, but you never do, and it sucks. Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, while I got some commenters or some viewers, I'm gonna ask you guys a quick question. While I change the screen, do you guys see anything? Or do I have to keep the screen in portrait view the entire time? Are you guys able to see anything in landscape, or is it just strictly portrait view? Yeah, thanks for the subscription. I appreciate it. But kind of, so basically, I'm going to go off of what I was talking about in yesterday's live stream that you guys wouldn't have seen me talking about. And guys, I am going to respond to some of the messages, but I do want to kind of let you know what I was going off yesterday. Sorry. Like I said, it was a 47-minute video yesterday and only 11 minutes populated, right? And oh, terrible. So you guys know, of all of my subscribers, you guys subscribe to my channel for the wrestling content. You subscribe for the collections. You subscribe for the reviews. And pretty much, if I go back and you look through my channel, I would say a good 90% of my videos, it feels like, is reviews. Now, I've always said my channel is not supposed to be wrestling, strictly a wrestling channel. It is not supposed to be a collection channel, right? It is supposed to be a jack of all trades. It is supposed to reflect whatever is going on in the world. It's supposed to be talking about baseball. It's supposed to be talking about Karen videos, talking about, politics, or talk about true crime, talking about the comings and goings of life and what have you. But ever since I got into this hobby a few years ago, it's become a true passion. And ever since I basically started this channel because I kind of wanted to meet like-minded folks who kind of shared this passion and kind of learn and grow with a lot of folks who around my age who share this sort of passion, right? So yes, a lot of my videos center around the collections, but it was never intended to be strictly wrestling or collection related. But one of one of my recent videos, I got some feedback, and it was feedback that really hit home with me. You guys know I sit there, I read every single comment. I read every single comment. I respond to every single comment. One of my great passions is to be able to interact with all of my subscribers, interact with all of my commenters, right? So I love that. It's about communication, and without my viewers, without the comments, my channel would be incredibly boring, and I would have no purpose to make videos for you guys. So, and one of my commenters, and he's someone who's watched my videos. He's someone who's commented on my channel before, so it's not like he's a first time commenter. I'm not going to call him out by name. It's not that serious. I'm not going to embarrass him like that. But like I said, I read his comment. I took his words to heart. And in the comment that he left me on a recent review in regards to the big rubber guys, is that when I'm doing my reviews of action figure review videos, is that I'm reviewing these figures based on being a fan. Back in high school in Chicago, I went to a school called Lane Tech, and my science teacher, what did he teach? He taught physics, Mr. Canner. Whenever he would whenever he would teach and the students didn't understand what he was talking about and they would go silent, he would look at us like, huh? Funny as hell, just out of nowhere. So I read that comment and I had that same exact reaction. You are reviewing these figures based on being a fan. Huh? I'm like, damn, motherfucker. How the hell am I supposed to review these figures? You don't go out, you don't buy Air Jordans unless you enjoy the gym shoes. Nobody's holding a gun to my head and telling me I have to buy these items. You don't go and you don't buy Jordans because they're affordable. You want affordable, gym shoes, tennis shoes, whatever. You go to Payless. You buy Jordans because they're fashionable. You buy Jordans because they're comfortable. You buy Jordans because you just like the brand. You're a fan of the gym shoe, and I buy these action figures because I am a fan of the company, or I'm a fan, or I'm a supporter of the company, or I enjoy the figures that are being made. Simply put. So, yeah, when I buy the figures, I review the figures based on being a fan. So the complaint that I got that you are reviewing these figures based on being a fan made absolutely no freaking sense to me whatsoever. And it was incredible that I was being chastised for being honest with my feedback. So, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to read some of these comments real quick. I'm going to take a little breaks in between and go back and read your comments, guys, so that I'm not leaving you guys hanging. Oh, it went landscape. Oh, that's awesome. It says orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Only iced coffee. Yeah. You guys got a clear view. I mean, I want to make sure that the video comes up clearly. Sorry. Better be safe than sorry, right? Hey, what's going on, guys? So I kind of continue with story time here. Oh, in case you guys are wondering, drink of the day. Kind of continue on with what I was drinking yesterday. Founders Blend Blue Nectar Tequila. Generally, I'm not a drinker at all. So if I'm drinking rum or vodka or tequila or something like that, I have to mix it with Coke or something. I cannot drink hard liquor straight up. But I'm actually doing pretty well with the tequila. It's actually drinkable, which is either my taste buds are adjusting or this is actually pretty good. I don't know. Somewhat good. I still got to wash it down though. But my commenter, like I said, I'm taking his advice and I'm taking his comments to heart. And as someone who's watched my videos before, he knows, how I operate. He knows what to expect from one of my review videos. So, kind of continuing on with the conversation or the comments that we were having. He was saying something about what was it? Oh damn! What else? What else was the conversation? Oh, he brought up other YouTubers. I'm not going to mention the YouTubers by name. Again, I'm not trying to humiliate the big YouTubers. I actually really like those guys. I subscribe to them. They're awesome dudes. I love their videos. I love their content and I love their collections. But here is the thing between those guys and someone like myself. Either you're looking at me or you're looking at smaller content creators like myself. With these content creators that have tens of thousands of subscribers and they give glowing reviews from all these companies and all these different toy lines and action figures, right? These distributors, and this is what you got to realize, these distributors are sending them free items. They send them free gifts to review. Why? Because they've got tens of thousands of subscribers. That's tens of thousands of people that have eyes on their product, that have the opportunity to purchase based on their reviews and whatnot. If you're being sponsored by these companies and they're giving you the most glowing review, yeah, people are going to buy their product because so and so is recommending this item to you, right? If somebody's paying you to sponsor, if you're paying Michael Jordan to sponsor Hanes underwear and Hanes t-shirts, or if you're sponsoring Tiger Woods to sponsor Nike, of course they're gonna give you glowing reviews because they're being paid to do so, whether it's financial gain, monetary gain, or it's through merchandising by free gifts. Okay, I think a lot of people are confused. You know, they see my basement, they see my toy room, so to speak, uh, and they're confused. They think that I'm a brick and mortar store, and that's just it. I don't have a store. When I call my business consists of eBay and Mercari. Like I don't go to like these storage units and buy storage auctions and win stuff. I don't go to yard sales and garage sales and buy cheap items for like $1 and sell them on eBay for $30, etc. Right? I don't have a brick and mortar store. If someone is looking for an item, like a Hasbro figure, and I don't have it, where do I buy that item? I go to eBay. If you're looking for a Hasbro Macho Man Series 3, purchase price, let's say $25. $5 shipping, $5 tax, $35 purchase price. Maybe I sell it for $45. eBay takes out their selling fees. Maybe I make $38 on that selling on that sale. Literally a $3 profit. That is my business. That is how I operate. I am not making a bundle when I sell on eBay or Mercari because I sell stuff for what they should sell for, right? I am not marking things up like crazy. So I'm not buying things for $1, selling them for 30, and thinking I'm getting like 30% increases, 100% increases, 300% increases on profit. No, I'm literally getting like $3 profits, $5 profits here and there. So, and I buy my stuff off eBay. I buy my stuff off Mercari just like everybody else. So I don't have a legitimate business. I think people see my room and they think that's a toy store. It's not a toy store. It's not a legitimate business. I am a just a regular guy, just a regular fan, a regular collector. So when I do my reviews, yes, I am reviewing them based on being a fan. So when I get that criticism of, you're reviewing these based on being a fan, absolutely. 100%. Yes, I am reviewing these based on being a fan because that is what I am. I am a fan reviewing these figures as a fan. So again, I go back. You're comparing me to these big YouTubers who are getting free items and giving these glowing reviews. They're getting paid. They're getting free, whether it's monetary value or it's free merchandise. They're getting paid. Usually it's free merchandise, but it's payments. You're gonna get a glowing review when you're getting paid to do so. If Big Rubber Guys started sending me free items in the mail to review items for them, I'm gonna start giving them the best, most glowing review ever in the world. Talk about, yes, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Go on Major Bendy's and buy these figures immediately. Absolutely. But here's the thing. I will let my fans know or my viewers know, hey, I am being sponsored by Major Bendy's. I'm being sponsored by the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast so that, you know, it just doesn't come up one day that, hey, I've gone from giving honest to God feedback and now all of a sudden everything's changed and I'm giving 100% glowing reviews all of a sudden. That's another thing right there. Apparently, and that's another criticism I took. Hey, BBA, I see you, buddy. I'm gonna hit you up in just a few moments. I want to hit on this topic real quick. That's another criticism I took. Apparently, I'm not being humble. Well, what do I mean? Apparently, so you guys know when I do my reviews, it is based on my personal recommendations of what I see, what I like, what I don't like, what I would prefer, what I would recommend to these companies, what I would like to see myself, right? Um, Based on what other people have recommended to me, what they've told me, what I would, again, what I would recommend to others, or what I would recommend companies do. Uh, Based on my personal preferences, when I do my reviews, this is what I talk about. Again, what I like, what I don't like. Sometimes I give the most glowing reviews. Other times I might say, hey, I don't like this. Sometimes I say, hey, this is probably the worst series that this company has released. Major Bendy's Series 9 of Big Rubber Guys. And here's the thing, no matter what series or what action figure I've ever reviewed, I don't think I've ever necessarily given a horrible review. Like, I've always found something positive to talk about, or something positive in that figure. So it's not like I've just necessarily trashed everything, right? Even those that I've been a huge disappointment in, I've found something positive in that figure. So when he's talking about, like, stay humble, because one of the comments, when we were having our discussion, I'm like, look, these guys, they're being paid to give reviews, and they're giving, these glowing reviews, because so me my viewers expect a certain level of honesty, and they respect that. They know that I'm going to give an honest to God, fair and true assessment of my personal feelings. So if I like something, I'm going to say, hey, I like this. If I don't, I'm going to say I don't like this. It's as simple as that. Nothing against the company, nothing against the particular figures or characters. It's all about the figure itself that I am reviewing, right? And I mentioned that to my commenter. Again, just to repeat, this is a commenter that has watched my videos and has seen my reviews in the past. He's commented on my channel before, so he knows what to expect from my channel. He knows what to expect from my reviews. But but the comment that he left, like, stay humble. At first, I kind of, like, I thought he was being, I didn't realize that he was being sarcastic. So I'm like, absolutely, or yes sir, something like that. I forgot what I said, but then I kind of reread it a few times, and I realized that he was being sarcastic. I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of rude. But that's where I'm kind of coming from, and this is kind of the stuff that I was talking about in yesterday's stream, and it's disappointing that I was just trying to be, give fair and honest feedback, and, like, I can't even do that in my reviews, and it kind of turned me off. If you kind of noticed lately, I've gotten Big Rubber Guys Series 10 in. Obviously, they're right here, but I have not rushed to do a review on those figures. It's not necessarily that because of this criticism. I've received criticism my whole life. I'm used to it. It's not something that I'm going to be like, hey, I can't take critique from people. Um, I'm all about open comments, right? There's a reason why I love debate. I love hearing differences of opinion. I don't want people to have the same opinion as me, because I want to hear other, other opinions and what other people think. If it's different than mine, hey, explain why your opinion is different. Not just simply say, hey, you're a moron. Explain, why am I a moron? So, uh, I'm gonna hit up some of these comments real quick. So sorry, my eyesight's are terrible, guys. So I got to get up all close. AEW, guys. I've had quite a number of guys ask me about AEW, and I think a lot of you know that I haven't followed wrestling since about probably 96, 97. I mean, that's really the last time I really was interested in wrestling. In 97, I was what, 12 years old? So I do have AEW action figures because when you actually look at my collection, I pretty much collect every single wrestling line known to man. And I do that for a particular reason because ever since I started this channel, I wanted to have every toy line, every wrestling toy line because it's for you guys. Because I wanted to be able to talk about every review, every collection for the viewers. But the reason I never did any AEW reviews is simply because I don't have any loose figures. Everything that I have, I probably have about maybe a dozen to 2 dozen figures, but they're all carded. They're all new in package. And I don't want to talk about them if I don't have any loose figures to compare them with, right? I don't have any intention on taking them out of the package, right? And if I'm just simply showing the figure in package, it just doesn't it just doesn't look right. And my buddy BBA, he made a good point a long time ago, and it's one of the reasons why I'm like, dang, you know what? I gotta start getting some new figures or some duplicates because one of the things he mentions like it's like going to like Target or something and kind of like photographing or the figures on the pegboards, and I'm like, that's brilliant. That's a great example. Uh, so I stopped doing that. I started buying 2 sets of everything. One set for my mint on card collection, and then the second set I can open up so that when I do my reviews, I could have those available to kind of show off, the actions if they have them, or kind of show the whole figure, the backside, and everything. Because when it's unpackaged, you can't see the back of the figure, the graphics, and everything. The second thing is, I don't watch AEW. I don't know anything about the wrestlers. I don't have anything to talk about. But at the very least, I could probably put together a quick 10, maybe 15-minute video for you guys, at least to show off the figures I do have. But if you're interested, I could definitely do that. But like I said, commentary just simply will not be there. So if you're okay with that, absolutely. I could probably do that probably as soon as possible. So probably this week. Um, Tuesday, I got the LJN review video for Series 3. The Wrestling Superstars, Tuesday show. So maybe Wednesday, I could probably put that out if you guys are interested. Let's see. Yeah. I scrolled down and X. There was a girl with a diamond cat mask. Doesn't have to be humble. Yep. Definitely. Simple as that. Absolutely. Could not agree more. Don't go hard on Matt Cardona. Well, here's the thing about Matt Cardona and Big Rubber Guys. We've already talked about this, BBA. Uh, Series 10, you already know. Series 10 figures. I absolutely love these figures. I've been putting off doing the review on the Series 10, and the fact that those two figures or the same characters are released in Series 1, that's fine. The fact that you waited from Series 1 to Series 10, that's fine. It's like when you look at like Ric Flair. All right, so like Ric Flair going in, I don't know, Series 9 with the bloody version, but then you got like 10,000 other Ric Flairs with the exact same body pose, all being re-released at the exact same time. And then folks are talking about, well, you got to get this the same figure. You got the mold. You got his licensing. You got to get the figure released as many times as possible, so that you can make your profit off of his licensing and all that. You've already got the licensing agreement. You've already got the mold. I mean, you can still wait to release the figure years later. I mean, you already got that approval. I mean, if the licensing ends next year, I doubt that you're not going to be able to release that figure 5 years later, etc. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's already pre-approved, so it's already you can release that figure 50 years later if you wanted to. I mean, it's already agreed upon. At least that's my understanding, but I could be wrong. But the fact that it's just being re-released at the exact same time, those figures, they're different and they're released much later. That's why I like those figures. Plus, they're like I said, they're much different than the first series. So I have no qualms with those two figures whatsoever. I love those two. They did a fantastic job. So when I do a review on those, I'm gonna have no issues with them. I know you talked about the tassels on Matt Cardona, but I think it looks nice. I think it looks sharp. Championship belts, the Macho Man hat or the crown and everything. I think they look spectacular. Da, 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 da. AEW figures, yeah, absolutely. When I think about the AEW figures, it's kind of like when I think about AEW figures, the Jax Pacific figures, the Mattel figures, basically any of the figures with any type of articulation. And what are the other figures from WCW? Toy Biz. So I think Toy Biz replaced original San Francisco. Now you guys gotta realize I had Hasbro as a kid, and that was it. Hasbro and Glue, right? I wasn't playing with wrestling action figures as a kid. Outside of Hasbro and Glue, once I don't know, man, because in '93 with Power Rangers, when Power Rangers came out, like I collected the hell out of Power Rangers in '93. But even as a kid, I had this massive Power Rangers collection. I never played with Power Rangers though. I had a massive hoard of Power Ranger toys. Some I took out of the package, some I kept in the package, but I never played with my Power Ranger toys. I was a fan of the series and I wanted the toys because I was an obsessive fan, but like I never played with them. When I was a kid, the only toys I could ever remember playing with was the actual Hasbro and Glue figures, the wrestling figures. That's it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the early '90s, that maybe, but I think that was it. I don't remember actually ever playing with toys as a kid, to be honest. So when I think about AEW and I think about Mattel and I think about Jack's Pacific and like Toy Biz and stuff, and I think about articulation and the wrists and the elbows and knees and ankles and all that movable. I hate that. That is despicable. The Hasbro's usually with the waist down, they were stationary. Both the arms were like this. That was perfect. Those were the most perfect figures ever. That's why I'm still to this day obsessed with Hasbro figures. And I love the action features because they're just fun. Mattel Retros, they do a good job with the replicating the Hasbro action features, but to me they're too bulky, so they don't do a great job replicating Hasbro, but it's okay. Ugh. Oh, that tequila. Oh man. Oh, my room is spinning. Hey, I just want to thank everybody for joining me for today's video, man. This is a blast being able to interact with everybody today. Oh, you guys ever get the opportunity? I don't know if you have like what's it called? I think it's called Liquor Barn. But my wife goes to this place called Liquor Barn, and there's this blue and red drink called I think it's called Hypnotic. You mix the drinks together. That stuff is delicious. Mm. Mm. So, uh, what else was there? There was something else I was talking about yesterday that I really wanted to bring up today as well. Oh man, I really should have held off on the tequila because now it's kind of messing with my memories, which isn't good because my memory is already shot. I think you guys already know. I am in the early stages of dementia. You go to the doctor, they're always like, you're too young for dementia or too young for Alzheimer's, but ever since 2017, I mean, it was probably happening years before then, but 2017 is like really when it really started clicking with me that my memory was really completely screwed up. Like my wife would ask me to go to the garage and grab her, I don't know, think of three random things. Let's say let's say a rope, a ribbon, and a cable. I would know what she was talking about, and I would know exactly where they are, and I would walk to the garage to grab it. And this is like back in Texas, and we would have our living room and our kitchen in the same area. It's open concept area, and then our back door would lead into the garage. And so I'd open the door leading to the garage, and I'd walk in there. Second, I'd cross into the threshold into the garage. What the heck did I come in here for? So I'd walk back into the house. I'd ask the wife again, what did she want? Damn, what the hell did I say? A rope, a cord, whatever it was I just said. The three things I just said. And again, I know exactly what she said. I know exactly where they are. I'd walk into the garage. Second, I cross that threshold. Like literally, from the time that she tells me to the time I walk into the garage, we're talking a mere seconds past. And I would have absolutely no freaking clue what it is that she asked me about. And this happened like three or four times. And like I would go back in, I would each time I would ask her, like she would get super freaking pissed off at me. And like I would like I know she'd be pissed off, like I was bullshitting her, but like I would do like, dude, I'm being serious. I have no idea what it is that you were asking me about. And I felt bad because she kept having to repeat herself, but at the same time, I couldn't remember. And this was just before we moved to Kentucky, so this had to be probably around September, October 2017. So that's probably the first time that I ever realized that my memory was really as bad as it was. And that's the sad thing about doing my videos nowadays. Whenever I make like my wrestling videos, etc., right? Um, I'm trying to go off of childhood. I'm trying to go off of nostalgia and stuff, but like it's hard remembering what you had for breakfast type of deal. So when you're trying to remember childhood and trying to remember wrestling matches that you remembered, it's like, damn. You can't remember key words. You can't remember easy words. Like I'd be driving down the street and I'd be pointing at my wife. I'm like, turn left at that thing right there because I literally cannot remember the word for gas station. Or I'd be like, grab that thing right there because I literally cannot remember the word for like spoon or fork or something. And that's so a lot of time when you sit there and you watch my videos and you see these big pauses, it's it's sad because it's sad because you kind of see little glimpses of the loss of memory because even the little simplest of the easiest of things like I said the name for a spoon you can't remember the name of a spoon. Hmm. Yeah, this is really starting to kick in now, and I might have to jump off soon. Ugh, that darn tequila, man. But hey, man, if you guys are at home, it's the weekend, and if you guys are at home drinking with me, you guys are at home getting hammered. I'll stay on as long as you guys want to stay on. So, warm alcohol makes me violent. uh, hey, see you, BBA. Have a good day at work, buddy. Oh man, man, there was more I wanted to talk about on this live stream, and we're at 42 minutes. And shoot, I can't even remember. I only talked about one freaking dude that I was. There was something else, man, but like I completely forgot what I was going to talk about. Where are we at? 42, 43 minutes. I might go an hour. I don't know. Shoot. Oh, oh. Today we had to take my little baby cubby into the vet. I don't know what it is about the cats, but like it seems like all of our freaking cats have like hyperthyroid tension or something. And the vet tells us that I guess the cat actually put on more weight instead of losing weight, which I guess with thyroid, they're supposed to be losing weight. And that's actually a good thing that she's actually put on weight. She's a little chubbermonger, but you know, Cubby, the little baby, um, she's 14 this year. I'm like, yeah, you know, we got her in 2011, and 2011 I was in Afghanistan in Herat, and I was mad at my wife because when she got her, and then she said that she took her back, and then she went back and picked her back up again, and I'm like, dude, I thought you got rid of her, and then she went back and got her, but shoot, I couldn't imagine having life without her because Cubby, that's my little baby right there. You know that she's kind of like my cat, you know. It's hard to believe that the little baby of the family is 14 already. And you look at her, and if you kind of look at her mind and everything, she doesn't seem like she's 14. She seems, like I said, she's still the baby of the family. She's still a little baby. She seems like she's still a kitten. And our boy, our boy Fox, I'm probably gonna show him on camera soon. My wife and I, we're gonna have our 20th anniversary this month, and I think Fox. We kind of been classifying Fox as our marriage kitten, right? And I don't know when Fox was born. Our friend Melissa, she gave Fox to me back in 2005. His name was Oscar back then, but back in Fort Hood, Killeen, Texas, uh, she gave she gave Oscar to me, and we named him Fox because he looks like a fox, and we kind of give March his birthday because that's when my wife and I got married. So March will be our 20th wedding anniversary, and March will also be our boy's 20th birthday. So, but that boy is freaking senile as hell. He likes to walk around the house, freaking mewing all over the place. It's like he'll jump off my wife's lap and then walk around the house and start mewing like, "Hey, you freaking senile old cat!" It's like, dude, you like literally you just left us. His dementia is even worse than mine. That how I feel bad for the old man. But yeah, man, shoot. At one point, we had six freaking cats. Seven, if you count Missy, my wife's cat that she had back in like 1992. That cat lived like 19 years. So that was like my wife's level of her life. Shoot. She lived to like 2011. And I think the only reason we got Cubby was because uh, she died. And that was like literally my wife's, child. So, I mean, that was depressing as hell. And so we got Cubby back in 2011 because of Missy died. And at one point we had six cats. And, Fox has just freaking outlived everybody. That SOB has gone on. I think that guy's going to live about 25 years. I mean, he is freaking healthy. Holy crap. Freaking Fox. Ugh. All right. At this point, guys, I think everybody is signed out. I am out of it. Uh, I really appreciate everybody that has that's tuned in and has with the communication. I mean, this was an awesome live stream, guys. Really appreciate all the communication. Uh, I don't know what it is, man. I like drinking on live chat with you guys. It's like I said, I don't drink that often, but it's interesting and it's fun to drink on live stream with you guys. It's just one thing to drink, but it's another thing to drink with you guys. So at almost 50 minutes, it's okay. I think I'm done, guys. My head is out there, so all right, guys. I don't want this to be a full hour, so I am going to cut the stream short. And if I could figure out how to end this thing on the phone, at least on the computer, I could figure out how to end this thing. But I don't know how to end this on the computer or on the cell phone. So I am going to try to sit here and play with this for a while to figure this out. But yeah. I'm gonna push a bunch. Whoa, what is that? I don't know what I just did.